All right, good morning, everybody. Man, it is some kind of pretty in Mississippi today. And, man, look at that sky. Is that not beautiful? But what I'm showing you now is 3 Ontario knives. Probably my favorite from that company this year alone. Um, they're just awesome knives. They really are. And I wanted to give you guys another look, especially outside. You get a better look outside, and just, maybe knives you're interested in, may not be, but I loved adding these to my collection. And I'm hoping to get a couple of the Ranger series before the end of the year is out. Hopefully I can. If I can't, hopefully they'll come up with something good in 2022 that'll, add to the collection. But we're going to start out with the Ontario Bushcraft Woodsman. Now this is just a fantastic knife. I love the big camp look to this knife. Really thick stock, stainless steel blade. Look at the grind in that. Look how beautiful the texture of that steel is. That is so nice. It has a really nice logo there on the blade. Ontario Knife USA. And then Bushcraft Woodsman on the back side. Just a beautiful knife. I love the wood scales. A lot of reviews say that they're blocky in nature. I'm not getting that with my feeling of the knife. It's just, it feels really good. Fully functional choil. I love that in a blade. Why have a choil if you can't use it? But this is a awesome knife. It's a full tang knife. It's just a beautiful piece of cutlery. And you would get years and years of use out of this knife. Feels really good in the hand. It's a little forward heavy, which is good. I'm sure you would be using this knife for chopping and things of that nature, especially in a camp environment. Love this thing. Moving on. All right, man, we're looking at the Rat 7. You guys know I am a huge Rat fan. I love this knife. I won this knife off of Choir Boys Cutlery. I won it in a drawing, and I just think that's awesome. I really do. It is still unused. I've only cut paper with it and stropped it for about 20 minutes, and I tell you, if you think these suckers won't get sharp, you are badly mistaken. Beautiful logo there, Ontario Knife USA, Rat 7. Ontario company said that this is the most highly customizable knife on the internet. It has more options as far as aftermarket scales, aftermarket sheaths than any other knife known. So I look forward to upgrading this knife with some different micarta scales, and I may get a different sheath. I really like the Voodoo Tactical sheath that I put the knife in. That's a really awesome sheath, and it pays good homage to the blade there. It really does. But you will not go wrong in the Rat series of knives. I don't care if it's a folder, a fixed, whatever. These are awesome knives. They're built really well, and Ontario stands behind them. They really do. All right, and moving on to the meat and taters of this deal here. The RTAC 2. This is a 10-inch blade monster. Beautiful burlap colored micarta scales. This thing feels super comfortable in the hand. It almost has a machete feel to it. Really thick stock. I love the choil. I really do. You could choke up on this knife, baton with this knife. I mean, you could pretty much do anything you need at the campsite with this knife. This is strictly business. Love the lanyard. Full tang. It's just an awesome, awesome knife. I am not much on coated knives, but if it's done well, it really can pay off in the long run. When you get a coated knife and you tend to use it, then you start to get where it, up through there where it starts wearing away, and there's nothing you can really do to that to fix that. But you guys know I don't use my knives anyway. I only have a select few that I actually use. These are for collection purposes, and I love knowing that I got knives in there that have been discontinued for over 10 years and they're still brand new. So I get a bigger kick out of that than I would out of using the knife. This is just a awesome, awesome knife. Now the sheath is not bad. It's not nothing you want to brag about, but it's not bad. Comes with a PVC insert. Has several lashing points for molly attachments. It has 2 retraining straps, which I find very intriguing. It's just an all-around good, good sheath to transport the knife with. I mean, it's nothing that I would want to depend on as far as hard use goes. I would much rather see a high-end leather sheath. Maybe a Kydex, depending on where it was made. Kydex will wreak havoc on a blade. It truly does. I wish a lot of the leather sheaths had plastic inserts. That way it would protect the knife, especially the knives with meek finishes. Knives being that if they were left in contact with leather for any amount of time, they would spot or something to that effect. Those type of blades need to have a PVC insert in their sheath and you'd never have to worry about them. But that's in a perfect world, and we all know we don't live in that. So I just wanted to show you. These are 3 of my favorite fixed blades from Ontario. And that is the RTAC 2. Just a beautiful, full tang, big ass camp knife. The Rat 7. This tends to be more of a fighter profile, I believe. And the Ontario Bushcraft Woodsman. Beautiful knife. So glad I got this. I would like to get the one in carbon steel, just to say I got the pair. Hopefully I can find one of those. It's not a life or death, but maybe I'll run across a good example of one. All right, fellas, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me this morning. Let's not forget our veterans. 22 a day take their own life in the United States. That is a horrible statistic, but it is a reality statistic, and it's one that happens on a daily basis. The more people we tell, the better chance we have of saving someone. And thank God Kyle Rittenhouse is a free man today. Justice was served. It don't take a freaking idiot to know that the boy was defending his life. And I'm glad that the people of Kenosha and the people of Wisconsin saw that, and they exonerated that kid. He's out on the street doing the job that the police force didn't want to do. He was put in a very precarious situation. And if he had not have been armed with an AR-15, he'd be dead today. he would be dead today. The only thing I regret that didn't happen was that he didn't end the life of the two that tried to kill him. So way to go, Kyle. I hope a gun company comes and takes him on as a spokesperson. I want to see the guy make money off of this. I hope he writes books. I hope they make a movie about it. I want to see nothing but good things come from this. And I think it is awesome that he was acquitted. Now let's see our government go on trial for the thousands of lives that have been lost because of their incompetence. I want to see the people pay the guys who made the decisions to pull out of Afghanistan and leave thousands of our citizens behind. You know, it's funny, the media don't even talk about it anymore. That's because they don't want to talk about it, because they're part of the problem. There's still hundreds of Americans left in Afghanistan. And I would hate to know the horrors that they have to go through on a daily basis. So let's pray they all get home safely. Let's pray for the people of Australia. They're tired of tyranny and they're standing up. Let's stand up with them. All right, everybody, I preached enough. I appreciate y'all spending a little time with me. I appreciate y'all looking at my blades and commenting. And like I say, 3 fixed blades from Ontario that I really enjoy. And I do believe if you was to purchase them, you'd enjoy them as well. All right, everybody, this is Donovan from Mississippi. Y'all have a good one.